The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Well, hey, we're here with another podcast. Jack Damn Elliott, Ron Damn Williams. Great to have you along.
Oh, man, and we're so happy to be with you.
Because it's not often that we get an opportunity to do this. And do what? Get to visit with you. Because it used to be a daily thing. Every morning we'd get up, we'd go in there and bust heavies and do what we do best, make money with our mouths, and make you apprised of what's going on in the world.
Oh, yeah. And there's been a lot going on since we last talked to you, and we'll be discussing a lot of that. And not all of it, but a lot of it. Some things that you'll probably left your chin on your chest, and some things that just had you pulling your hair out. But we'll sort of breeze past those and let you see some of it. But, hey, man, what a program we have for you.
It is solid. First thing we got to do is congratulate our winner. Winner of what? Winner of a Louis gift card for a free pizza and also a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts this week. Our winner is Jay Davis. Jay Davis, congratulations.
Jay, what do you say, Jay?
Hey, Jay, good going, buddy. You're the winner. Congratulations. All right, coming up on the show and on the podcast, great story this morning of a woman in Guthrie with news of the I'll Be Damned.
Oh, yeah?
Also a story about a doctor in trouble with the law and his patients. A sleazy, trashy showbiz report. We've got email, plus Mike Evans from Hollywood. Now, what do we always start out with when we do these podcasts?
Oh, too tough trivia.
All right, what's our big three questions for the morning?
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Don't look over here because it makes you sound brilliant when you answer them correctly, man. Wait a minute, let me do this.
Okay.
All right, question one. The two most visited homes in America are. That's question number one. Question number two.
I say the White House and Graceland.
Question two. Who put out the first CD to hit the market in 1982? Somebody had to put out the first CD. Who was it?
I remember that, and I don't remember it, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And question three, we're going to stay in a musical vein. What was Michael Jackson's first solo number one hit? His first solo number one hit.
I want to say ABC, but no, that was with the Jackson. I think I know. I know.
Well, just hang on.
I think it's about a rat.
I'll tell you what, at the end of this particular cast, we'll go ahead and let you know if you're right or wrong, and I'll let him know if he's right or wrong.
Because I think it's Ben, that story about that rat, that movie. Remember Ben? Yeah. So I think that's what it is, but I could be wrong.
Only Ben I know is Buckland, but that's beside the point.
We're going to find out. All right. So much stuff going on in the world. One of the big things that happened over the weekend, OU loses to Texas, and Mike Stoops loses out big. He loses his job. Can you really blame one guy for that, though? I mean, for the defensive lack of defense, I guess, on the part of OU?
No. Well, who else are you going to blame aside from the defensive coach?
Well, but, of course, you got players out there, and here's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You got a defensive coach, but he's on the sidelines. You got 3, sometimes 4 guys on the dude with the ball, and they can't tackle him. How many? We saw a lot of missed tackles.
Now, see, that's one of the things that the head coach was saying. Hey, one of the basic things, the basic fundamentals of playing defense is knowing how to tackle somebody.
There you go.
Now, if that's not going on, whose responsibility is it to teach these young people to do that?
But you'd think you'd learn that in 8th grade in Pop Warner football or something.
Yeah, but if you didn't, and here's the other thing. How long has that been going on? I've seen some of the other games, and we saw some of the games they eased by. We'll take a look at Army. We'll take a look at was it Iowa State?
Sure.
And it was like, the other team is scoring a lot more than they should be scoring. There are people who were saying that the only reason that Stoops still had Mike Stoops still had his job was because his brother was protecting him. Don't know, not declaring one way or the other. but there have been calls for his removal, and not just this year. And of course, one of the two most important games of any season of football is Texas and Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Now,
2 big wins for OU.
yeah,
And
now they can have a funky season, but if they win those 2 games, it's considered, hey, what a great year.
And I will say one last thing on the whole deal. First off, I like Mike Stoops. I think he's been a really good coach overall over the years. I think he'll go on and coach somewhere else. The other thought is when you score
Hopefully better than Arizona.
when you score 45 points, you ought to win the game.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all I gotta
that's all it is to it. And when it's 45-45, you should be able to hold them to send the game into overtime at least. But the guys, they just drove right. They just gashed the defensive line, and they got down in field goal range. And Dicker, the kicker, did his thing.
You know what I always like about football? No, it's a thing I don't like, is the pregame and postgame shows. They ask the coach always pregame, what's it going to take to win this game? Well, if we can maintain possession of the ball and get penetration and get through the defense and get across the goal line, we should have a chance to win the game. Then in the postgame, after you've lost, well, we didn't we didn't maintain possession. We had too many turnovers.
Yeah.
And it's like the same crap in every single week. And I feel it's not the coach's fault. I just feel like, God, do you have to ask these questions? I mean, I guess it's the reporter's job to go do that.
Yep.
It's the coach's unfortunate job to have to sit there and deal with that. And to me, it's like, what a waste of freaking time.
Well, that's the guy's job. He has to do his job, much like we had to do our job at one point in time. That is,
We had to do a lot of
when
crap
we
in
had
our job,
one,
too,
yeah.
that we didn't agree with.
Yeah.
But we did it because they said, hey, do it or else.
Yeah. What's your secret to maybe winning the game? Keep them locked in to the locker room. Yeah, no problem. We've got it made. Yeah. But anyway, we'll see about that. Now, man, our heart goes out to the nice people, and a lot of them are out there on the East Coast. First of all, the Carolinas flooded with Hurricane Florence.
Right?
And now
Bad one.
Hurricane Michael, which they say they're going back to the 1890s for a storm that has been this strong, this destructive.
Right.
It's impacted Alabama, it's impacted Georgia, impacted Florida, and now it's headed to South Carolina. And I'm just saying, man, it's unbelievable. I saw some of that, and it did look like, I heard one description it looked like an atomic bomb had been dropped. And you look at the trees, and then you look at some of the old World War II Hiroshima photos, and I'm saying, you know what? It does look that way. That's a crazy storm.
I've
man.
got relatives in the panhandle of Florida. I've got relatives just north of Atlanta. I've got friends in South Carolina. They're all getting it. They're getting hit and getting hit hard. So,
Yeah.
hats off. Our hearts go out to you, man.
Yeah, last count, over 600,000 folks with absolutely no power whatsoever.
Tough deal.
I mean, that storm took them back to the Stone Age.
No doubt about
Unbelievable. Also, congratulations to Brett Kavanaugh, who was signed in as the new Supreme Court judge. And, whatever your feelings are about that, so be it. But Kavanaugh was a little unhappy when he discovered that Supreme Court doesn't have a happy hour. Plus, Nikki Haley has left has left the United Nations.
Yeah, she says she wants to be with her family more. If I were Kavanaugh.
Didn't she know she wouldn't be with her family when she took the job?
I suppose.
What is this?
Here's the deal. With Kavanaugh, if I were him, I'm not kidding, I would have said, guys, I don't want the job. I'm done. I've been threatened. My family's threatened. This is just too much. I would have just said the hell with it.
Well, there's a rumor that
I'll go with Walmart.
a lot of the justices on the Supreme Court aren't that thrilled to have him there, because there's going to be so much attention on everything he says and does, at least for a while, and that attention will probably kind of splash over to them too. That they've been able to operate in a certain amount of secrecy, but now the spotlight's going to be on these guys. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. The main thing is we've overcome in this country so many rough political, chaotic things. We'll overcome this too. This is America.
There's just
we'll
a new
make it
sheriff
happen,
in town.
Oh, and talking about sheriff, talking about America. What about Kanye West?
How about that? Kanye meets with President Trump. I watched the entire event, and he's wearing his
Is that what it was?
Make America Great Again hat, and he's talking in circles, and poor Donald Trump sitting there going, and you can tell he's thinking like I'm thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about?
I don't know what the deal is because I've had an opportunity to see the president with other interviews, and he would interact. He'd stop, he would correct them, he would interject, all of that. My understanding is he sat there mute
Yeah, he did
the whole
because
time.
Kanye went like 15, 20 minutes nonstop. You couldn't have gotten a word in.
All right, so there's Kanye and his wife Kim. They now have open door policy to the White House.
I guess them and Dennis Rodman. Let's check out the story we told you we had today. This is coming from a reporter talking about a doctor who's in a little bit of trouble. Listen to the story about this doctor.
Another woman is claiming her former doctor, Michael Dick, took advantage of her during a medical examination in his office. The female patient claims Dr. Dick touched her breasts and abdomen area. Another woman also says Dr. Dick kissed her on the lips and required her to remove all of her clothing during an appointment. Dr. Dick pleaded guilty in this harassment case as well in order to appeal it. A Decatur municipal judge convicted the physician of harassment of another one of his female patients. In that case, the woman said Dr. Dick grabbed her face, told her she was beautiful, and got close enough she thought he would kiss her. Dick testified touching patients' faces and complimenting them as part of his exam. The judge reminded Dr. Dick he took an oath not to harm, and he didn't live up to that in these cases.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had a choice to go into this business or go into, medicine.
Yeah, well, Dr.
Sounds like I screwed up.
Seems pretty appropriate, Dr. Dick. And, here's what it got me on this whole deal. Fact of the matter is, I was thinking, okay, maybe this guy is, an OBGYN, gynecologist, whatever. He's an arthritis doctor. When do you have to remove all your clothing for an arthritis doctor?
I know. Yeah, if I'm a woman and I'm with Dr. Dick and he says remove your bra, and I don't have any arthritic flare up here, Doc. It's right here in my wrist.
No
what do you do?
Wow, I have no idea. Well, anyway, Dr. Dick in a little hot water.
Yeah, and ladies, if you're at your doctor's for whatever reason, and some of his requests seem a little outrageous, and he can't give you a reasonable answer to your questions as to why am I doing this, why are you having me do this, then it might be time to go ahead, get up, put on your big girl panties, get dressed, and leave.
Yeah, because this story, I'm glad this came to light because I can remember the time my doctor, he would have me come in, he would dim the lights, have me remove my clothes, and play a Barry Manilow record. And I thought, where is this going? Anyway, this is the story making news today with Dr. Dick. We're going to take a break.
No wonder. I'm going to the doctor. I'm going to the doctor.
I was saying we were going to take a break, but first we're going to do email before we take that break. You ready with email?
Yeah, let's do it. So
Let's
many people
get to it.
call us, and we tell them to go ahead and write us, and they do. They have problems, and they want to go to experts. Well, they weren't available, so here we are.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, dear Jack and Ron, I found out my wife had sex with my best friend about 40 years ago. 40 years? Should I ask my wife about it or sweep it under the rug? Well, is he still your best friend, first of all? Are they alone a lot? And if not, hey, just sweep it under the rug. She's not bringing it up, And I wish you had said in your letter, how did you find out? Did your friend tell you? I bet your friend told you.
And
you might need to get rid of that friend.
And if it was 40 years ago, I don't know how old they were at the time, but I'm guessing maybe 20, 22, 23.
Yeah.
So now they're in their 60s. I don't even know if you're having sex with your wife anymore. So that's something to consider.
Yeah. And see, it's kind of bad when your friend comes up, hey, does she still do that thing, man?
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you know about that?
Yeah.
So, you know what? You may, if it comes to a head, get rid of the friend, keep the wife. All right, got another one. Dear Jack and Ron, I am 41 with 2 adult kids. I've been dating a woman with 2 kids, 10 and 4. I'm having a hard time accepting starting over, raising kids. How does it work? What do you guys think?
I'm out.
Well, I know what this guy
Yeah,
thinks.
because when I was single, I would never date a woman who had kids. But that's just me. And I've had phone calls over the years from people when we talk about it on the radio. How can you be that way? You know, what's wrong with you? That these children are beautiful human beings. Yeah, they might be. But I just didn't want that. To me, it was like added baggage. You know, it's added responsibility. You're having a hard enough time getting together and getting your relationship with that significant other without having the trouble of having to raise their kids,
Now,
too.
I understand that, and I can go ahead and give you credit for your thoughts on that.
Thank
but
you.
you look at this woman has children, so obviously there's a lot of things in life she's already dealt with and had to overcome if she has her children and she's by herself. So you may be dealing with a more mature woman who would help you skip past some of the problems that you're talking about, and quite frankly, I've seen. So I'm saying you take each situation case by case. If the woman is absolutely fantastic, you can overlook the kids and wait till she's gone and give them a good talking to.
Maybe
let
that's
them
the
know.
answer.
Let them know what's going to happen if they walk in without knocking on that door.
There
So
you go.
know, yeah. So again, it's a case by case situation. Good luck to you, both of you. And if you have some problems, go ahead and write us. We'll be more than happy to make your world a lot better or send you to divorce court.
You know, we're just like Dr. Phil, only we really have some answers.
It's football season, and we're number one.
Come join us at Louis Grill and Bar.
We have something for everybody. Burgers, wraps, salads, pizzas, wings, and of course, plenty of your ice-cold favorites. At Louis, we're in your neighborhood.